Okay, so we're set up. It's recording.
Thank you, Carrie.
You're very
So
welcome.
if we don't have a quorum, then this recording would not get posted.
Okay.
Hey, Mary.
Hi,
I
Dave.
don't know how many is needed for a quorum.
I think we need 4, don't we, Mary?
Yeah, 4 out of 7,
Okay, Ben's
4
here,
out of
good.
6.
I think Judy's back. I think, but she's not. I thought she was gonna be, I think that's one of the reasons we have the meeting today.
I think it was Emily. That was, I mean, I could be mistaken, but anyway, see who shows up, I guess.
All right, well, Dale's not here yet either.
Step aside.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Oh. Wait a few minutes.
It's not quite 3 yet, so
Well, everybody's been notified, so. Dale's supposed to do an inventory of those trees that Chris Schulich said, those trees that are.
Hasn't been in there, sitting in there for a long time.
Dale,
Hey.
What's up, Dale?
how you doing?
Yeah, you know, just trying to, I stopped out again today to look at that stuff. I stopped out.
Yep,
I told them what I give them to cut, but I told them to stub it, then I come out and finish the cutting. Cause I didn't want to try to get them to make a professional cut. I told them what I give them so they can get the pump truck in.
okay, good.
I told them what I give them, and I'm not giving you anything more than that.
No.
So,
I said, you're not, I told him, you're not digging any farther.
yeah. So what I just wish somebody, did that have to come across this table?
Man, no, not that I know of. If they were gonna remove it, yes.
Yeah, but I'm just saying the tree itself, I mean, did we have to sign off on anything?
Uh,
Oh, not the tree, but the,
yeah, I would think so. Well, I mean, it's a building department thing.
yeah, that's what we lacking in the communication. That's what I,
Yeah.
that's what we are missing.
Dave, you're going to have to let people in the meeting unless you can get Carrie back to help you.
Okay, how do I do?
Well, I don't know if anybody's asking to join. I can't see that, but you'll get a little notification, I think, at the top of the screen when there's somebody
Okay,
waiting.
okay, Emily's here.
Okay, so you need to let her in.
Joining.
Oh, boy, I'm good at this.
Emily's there.
Yeah, Emily's here. I think we got a quorum then, don't we, with Emily? Am I correct?
Say again?
I think so.
Okay.
So we're missing Whit and Judy.
I don't
Right.
see anybody else in the queue. I'm gonna give it another couple of minutes. All right. I think we can bring, I'll keep an eye on things here. And
Do we have a quorum? Yeah, with Dale there, yeah.
we can bring the meeting to order. All right, attendance. We got nobody. Is Charlie here?
Charlie had to be downtown.
What's
So he's
that?
Charlie had to be downtown, so he's probably going to miss today.
All right, so I guess well, I don't even know how to do that.
We have the recording going so that he
Okay,
can go back to it.
So
Yeah.
it's going, so just everybody identify themselves, please.
Mary Longacre, here.
Ben Shampoo here.
Emily? Emily?
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. You're mute. Yep, okay.
Sorry, I had to join from my phone. My computer's been off for a week and it decided not to have audio. So but my phone seems to be working.
Perfect. All right, and Dave Triampou. And we have Dale Gary and Scotty with us for the meeting. Scotty Williams. So everybody's had a chance to look at the agenda. We have a motion on the agenda.
Move to approve.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
All right,
Aye.
and there are no minutes. So we'll proceed on to old business. 43 Union Street. I don't think we got what we wanted from the zoning board of appeals, but at least they put some restrictions on it. I think we have got as a board or a committee, you've got to send a letter to the building department.
So
State-
what exactly is the upshot on that?
Well, they're gonna allow them to extend premises on the house with certain.
Yeah, and I don't think
I
that,
don't even know if it's binding what
Right.
they've said, but our letter to the zoning board of appeals was I think part of the finding.
Mhm.
Is that correct, Emily? I mean, what do you?
So I was away last week and I didn't attend the meeting. So I'd love sort of an update on, I haven't watched it.
It was a couple of weeks ago, but at any rate, they're gonna have to put up a construction fence. They can't go any closer to the tree than the sidewalk that's there. They've got to carry everything out of the backyard, which is just totally crazy. Because the demolition on that roof alone is gonna be, at least 2 big dumpsters.
You have to set the dumpster in the sidewalk.
I don't think they can. There's not enough room.
So what do they have to work with? 5 feet off the house or something like that?
It's not enough room. They basically got approval from the HDC. They showed a parking area where the steps are now,
Yeah.
and
Did they get approval for the parking area?
no.
No, okay, right. That's what I recall.
That goes through the DPW. So-
Right. So there wasn't much that we had any real jurisdiction over as far as the house goes because it wasn't,
Right.
New foundation, or it wasn't, it didn't have any, I mean,
But-
by itself, it doesn't have any
Right.
impact on a tree. It's just the activity that associated with it. That
Well,
could-
the activity, I think the activity is going, it's gonna be limited by their finding. They're requiring what we were asking them to do, put up a construction fence along that sidewalk and dividing up the property. Hey, Drew. And nothing's stored on the site. Nothing can be stored on the site.
Right.
Planning, they're gonna put everything inside, all the construction materials inside the house.
Yeah.
They're gonna take all the refuse out they're gonna carry it all out by hand
Mhm.
into, however they're gonna dispose of it.
Right.
either a dump truck or a container in the street.
Well, I say the best thing we can do is probably just make sure that there's a permanent construction fence that's
Yeah.
up, that is like really like not just orange, orange plastic stuff, but maybe like a proper construction fence that is really permanent and that gives them their access, and that's about the best we can do. I think as long as that driveway doesn't go in there.
Yeah.
Or the parking area rather, then, that's about the extent of what we can expect.
They've got permission from the HDC to move. I don't know why, with all the stuff that's going on with that place over the last few years. And the HDC knew it was controversial to begin with. They allowed them to take that side step off and move it to the front of the house.
Okay.
So that they have permission to do.
So there's
Get a building permit.
Yeah, that's their access, that whatever, how
That's
many
their
feet that
access.
is, 4 or 5 feet off the house, right?
That's what they're trying to do, is have enough space for a parking area.
I get it.
Well, I can tell you right now, I'm gonna speak to everybody here, we denying that.
Yeah, well, I already said, it's as far as I'm concerned, it's a no-go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. But anyway, it's ongoing, but I think we've got to draft a letter, and I'll talk to Charlie about it, to the building department. Because I'm sure now that they've got the go-ahead from the zoning board
They're
of
gonna want
appeals, they've already applied for a building permit. So I think, we've already got the language you formulated, Mary, I think, and I think we use that and file a letter with the building department with what we want to see, the restrictions on their activity there. So
I thought Ben had a good point about the more solid construction fence, not just plastic tape. And I know
Yeah.
Emily added something that was good also to what I wrote. So
yeah,
I think Charlie has all that, but we want to make sure we tell Charlie about Ben's
I mean,
comment.
what the zoning board of appeals says, well, you put up a fence. They want to put up they were talking about a silt fence. I said a silt fence is nothing. That's about this high, and that's not going to restrict anything. But I think it comes down to, Dale's going to have to be the traffic cop on the job.
And I have no problem with it.
Yeah. So,
Well, the more that we can just require them to just set up a proper fence that, that's, 6
I think we
feet tall
encourage
or
that
three,
with the building department as far as them granting that building permit I think that's probably key, that there is a substantial fence.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I definitely agree. And if you need any help either drafting that or reviewing it, I'd be happy to help any way I can, Dave.
yeah, that'd be great, Emily. If you could, that would be, you've got the language and, we emphasize the fencing and see if we can get that.
Yeah, I'll
Pardon?
just watch that hearing that I missed a couple of weeks ago, and then maybe I can sort of draft something by Friday and send it to Charlie to review with you guys
Okay, great.
and go from there.
All right, excellent. Thank you.
Sure.
All right, let's move on to airport planting. I had a good conversation with Art Gasparo from the,
Since we talked,
yesterday.
Okay.
I talked to him yesterday.
okay.
About.
Do he understand all of the town trees?
Yeah, he understands that.
Okay.
Now, I said, we got a letter back, that we've sent a letter to the airport commission, or the airport anyway, about the tree planting a while back, and they declined to participate in this whole thing. So I called Art about it, and I guess one of their major concerns was they didn't want any more leaves to pick up or something in the parking lot.
Well, leaves go from across the street.
Well, I said, the wind blows out there. I don't think there's a leaf problem. So I had a long conversation with him about, my history with the parking area.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of trees that have died over time. And so I think we're gonna set up a meeting with Warren Smith, who's the new airport administrator. And we're talk about where the trees are gonna go.
Yeah.
We'll stake everything out and it sounds like, I think Art is receptive to the whole thing. I mean, he used to be he's not the chairman anymore, I don't think. Emily, who's the chairman of the airport commission now, do you know?
It is still Art Gasparo is still the
It's
chair
still Art.
currently.
The way it was kind of, it was somebody else. It sounded like somebody else was the chairman, but anyway, I
Oh,
think the right person.
maybe that happened and I missed it, but
Anyway, I think it's gonna move forward. Now, did you ever you haven't had a chance?
Tomorrow for sure, even
Yeah.
in the rain, I
All right, we
will
got-
call you with a
before-
number tomorrow.
Before
I
we,
am not taking the pairs.
are there pairs
I'm
there?
not taking the pairs,
Okay,
no.
fine.
Even though I think they like Cleveland Select or.
Yeah,
I don't want nothing to do with pairs.
yeah, that's fine,
So,
that's fine. You can.
some nice Zelkovers though, he has some really, really nice Zelkovers.
Yeah, and what else that you saw?
Zelkovers, he had a couple of elms, a couple of red maples.
Beautiful.
I would have everything tomorrow, for sure.
Okay, all right, good.
Yeah.
So I said there's approximately 20 trees. That sound about right?
Yeah.
20 trees. So, I mean, it'll go a long way to fill in a lot of the gaps that are in the parking area. And Charlie was supposed to find out if Krishula is gonna plant them, because there's really no, I mean, he's gotta plant them.
Yeah.
Who else is gonna plant them? I mean, that should be part of the deal he made with Plus,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would
yeah.
think. So anyway, I think it'll move forward. So that's good. Yeah. And I did not talk to him about the tree removal out there, but I think we've talked about that at the last meeting we had. We have, I think everybody that's here today, I think saw the tree, yes? The one that they want to remove.
The one close to the tarmac and the restaurant seating?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. So
They have a tree out there they want to remove,
they do.
okay.
Yeah.
But they have a couple of them they want to remove. One of them that blocking the camera. I never got a chance to get out there this winter. One of the cameras, one of the Zelkovers they planted is blocking the camera.
Okay.
Um,
This is an English oak we planted between the gazebo and the restaurant. And it's one-sided anyway. I mean, it's not a very good one.
okay.
So,
But they can't just go do it. That's
right.
That's what we need.
Well, it's, they haven't gotten permission yet.
Yeah.
So I'll talk to them about that when we're there.
Yeah.
So,
Is there any chance to move the tree instead of just cutting it down?
I'm encouraging, I haven't talked to anybody from the airport yet about that, but,
Yeah, who got a spade? Or who's spading trees now?
you couldn't get one in there
Yeah, see,
big
that's
enough.
the thing about moving it. I mean, it's.
Yeah, no, you're not, I don't think it's doable, but they can certainly replace it with another tree. That there was another tree that's this way. If you're
Towards the parking lot?
towards the parking lot, there's a stump of one. And certainly they could.
You
plant
planted
another
all
one.
the macadamia out there,
Yeah,
didn't you?
yeah, we did, and the English oaks too.
Yeah.
So we'll get to the bottom of that when I meet with them. Hopefully, it's gonna be in the next week or so.
Okay.
So. I mean, has Krishula been?
Never heard from this guy.
Yeah.
Never heard from him.
He thinks it's all set. He's gonna find out he's got a plan. So, okay. I guess that's it for the old business. Dale, you've got I took a look at that. Has anybody looked at that's a dead ash there now?
It's It's not healthy.
Well, there's no leaves on it right
There's a
now.
little bit of bud growth now than there were when I did it.
Yeah.
Have you looked at it?
I just drove by it right now.
It's not healthy, so I just want to wait. There's nothing we can do this time of year anyway.
Yeah.
So I want to look at it and then I'm just gonna keep my eye on it and see.
Yeah, it could be a late,
See where it go for
Yeah,
the rest
yeah.
of the year.
but you took a big,
I took that big branch out.
took a big branch.
Yeah, that was totally dead.
Yeah.
That was totally dead.
Yeah.
So, and I think for a branch that size to die, there's something going on.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in the fact that the tree hasn't leaked out,
Yeah.
uh,
So
I think it's,
she's struggling.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I'm gonna keep my eye on that and keep you guys in the loop on it.
Yeah.
And I just spoke to Drew. I'm gonna sit down and have a conversation with him and Mo to get some plantings done this
Yeah.
year. I don't care if I got to plant them in July. I won't get some trees in there.
sure, yeah,
We just put water back in.
way to go.
So I'm gonna sit down and have a conversation with these guys. I'll need somebody to bring in a excavator and we can do the rest.
Yep.
Sure.
Sounds good. Anything on the stump grinding? Did anything get
Nope.
ground?
Sam spent his money in the contract, so we're gonna have to come up with another plan here.
Yeah, okay, so nothing got,
Nothing got done.
you used it?
He used his money.
Yeah, okay.
What he was contracting.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, well.
But the one on Main Street I wanna replace, we can just dig it up with the machine.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
Then everything else that need to be replaced, we can just do it. I mean, that's no stump, just put trees in there. So-
Dale, I know that you've probably been around this many times with the budget for the DPW to own one. Maybe you wouldn't even have the time to do it because
We do own one, but it's not made for what we have to do. It's connected to Bobcat.
oh, I see. Yeah, just can't.
If
Not
I was in the backyard over here, it would be a perfect machine for it.
yeah,
Trying to get in the sidewalk with it. It's just-
just not
Yeah.
maneuverable. Yeah, I get it.
So that conversation is still on the table
Yeah,
But- with Charlie, Drew, and Mo.
yeah.
So it's definitely it's way overdue.
How much does one of those machines cost? I mean, they got to be 25 grand or something, probably.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to really get a good machine, you can probably end up paying 40 grand.
Yeah, right.
You're not gonna get a decent machine for 25 grand to do what we need to do
Yeah.
size wise.
Right. Yeah, I get it.
Spend 40, 60 grand. I don't see why we can't have it. Then I'm talking to them about the next budget. They started getting me a new truck, getting me a lift.
Yeah,
Because there's some things that I can't do with my truck that Sam was able to do. It just made the job that much easier.
yeah, sure.
I mean, I'm working outside in January whether I'm in the bucket or I'm working outside whether I'm in the lift. So
Yeah, right.
More space of lift. Yeah, much better.
Is that lift like on tracks, that like track machine with the
yeah,
lift?
check machine, yes.
That's pretty cool. Yeah,
It would be a lot less expensive than a new bucket truck.
yeah, right.
And it's still the same work. It's just I'm towing it.
Does that come with its own trailer or?
You can. We got a trailer that can trail it.
Yeah, we can get a bunch of.
You know, and it's not because of the weight of it. It's not even required a CDL like
Yeah.
carrying a Bobcat.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, an F-350. You know what I mean? So it just,
Things lighter than Bobcat.
you know, what I mean,
They can
it's,
move to-
so instead of talking about buying a new truck, I would rather see them buy a lift, not necessarily one that Sam got, because now they got them insulated.
Yeah.
A lot less than a truck would cost us.
Yeah,
PMC, they are the top rated ones.
Yeah.
They got the insulated, so if I need to get underneath the power lines, I can still do that.
Yeah.
You know, we needed Sam this year because a lot of stuff, I couldn't get over the power lines, I
Yeah.
couldn't get under the power line, I couldn't go through the power line. Sam was able to get under in the yard on the backside and do everything I couldn't do.
Right, sure.
So,
Yeah, I think it makes sense.
Hey,
So,
Daryl.
yeah, I mean,
Um,
you got the truck,
There's two stumps on Federal Street. There's the one at 6 Federal where you had to take the big tree down. And then there's a little tiny stump.
that one on 600 just got taken down, that maple tree.
Okay. There's one sort of at the corner where the Athenaeum is, I think on Oak Street.
Yes, that was a pear tree that I taken down.
Yeah. So are we having replacement trees?
Yes, they on the list, but we gotta get the stuff. In that area, the Bobcat would do fine.
sure,
And we got room in that area
yeah.
to do that one. A matter of fact, both of them, maybe we can get the Bobcat and do both of them.
Mhm.
So,
What do you
I
think
will
about
address
planting,
that with Drew and Mo, Tuesday.
what do you think about planting red buds in town? I know there's a couple.
There's a few in town, I just don't, unless I can get a high branch red bud, that's the hard part about it, is finding a high branch. You know, they sort of
They branch
look
low, yeah.
down, so to plant one of them, I mean, I got them on Center Street across from the coffee shop.
Hmm.
So there's 3 of them I
I
planted.
love those.
They're gorgeous.
And there's a beautiful one in the library parking lot, but they low branched.
Hmm.
So, and maybe we can come up with some tree planting suggestions.
But it's a really good understory plant.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
even if they don't flower, they survive in
Yeah.
an understory situation. So,
Sure.
yeah, one of my favorite trees. Got one in my backyard,
Oh,
which is
really?
actually high branched.
Is it?
Yeah, I've got,
I talked to Craig.
yeah, you'd be able to find something, I'm sure.
I have one of the little seedlings that was given away Arbor Day growing in my yard. So,
Oh, really?
yeah, a red bud.
And one thing that I want to mention is, you know, you took down that dead elm by Jim Joint's house on. Third
Yes,
Street.
yes.
I never noticed before, but there's a huge tulip tree right.
Right in back.
Right in
That's
back.
good.
Never
Yes,
noticed
been there
it.
for years. It's a
That is,
monster.
that is a beauty.
It's a beauty. Yes, yes. It's a beauty.
That's, that guy kind of goes, that must have been planted about the same time as the other one that was on Maxi Riders.
Yep.
Lot there.
That's a beauty.
And that whole property's getting developed, right?
Yep, but I think they're gonna, I'm hoping they develop it around the tree,
Where's this?
the Maxi Riders.
Okay.
That, it's not a town tree.
What's the address, Dave?
It's off of Dave Street. You see the first one I talked about is
So
on Bear
that,
Street,
the tree you talking about was what's his name? He was right next door to Max's Riders property.
whatever it was.
Yeah.
But it's a big tulip tree.
Big tulip.
Uh,
I thought the town had something to do with that for townhousing.
Maybe.
That was that lot that you're talking about right now where the tulip is. That's something to do with town housing
Okay,
or housing Nantucket.
well, then we'll have a second.
And the land bank is part of that too. So that.
Yes, that has something to do with housing Nantucket.
Okay.
So,
So I think we will have a say in that tree being
Okay,
saved. I mean, if it's town-owned property,
it's housing Nantucket, whatever that
then
is.
that's probably
Yeah.
town tree. So we'll keep an eye, I think we gotta keep an eye.
Yeah, that's something to do with housing Nantucket. I don't know what role they play in that, but they was talking about development, putting up a couple of apartments up there.
Yeah.
Or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's keep her up.
I mean, the only thing is going to, I mean, if people don't put up housing, there's gonna be no help.
Agreed.
Sure. You know, unfortunately.
Now,
Figure it out.
Waydale Road, are there any town trees
Yes,
on Waydale Road?
yes. Lindens.
All of the NHT trees?
Yes.
Okay, how about? Sorry.
Are you looking at something?
I'm trying
Okay,
to
okay.
cut off my phone.
Didn't know if you had cut out there.
Anyway,
I thought you froze too.
it wouldn't shut
Yes,
off.
we have town trees on way there.
Okay, now, I got a call from David Glowag.
Yep.
See, not
Okay,
mowed over or whatever.
yeah.
There's some big sycamore maples as you come in. The first, it's where the tool rental place was before,
Yep, on the right hand
but
side.
on the other side.
Yeah.
There's some big maples. I
Okay,
think that's what he was talking about.
I'll ride down there tomorrow and I'll call you and let you know about that.
Yeah.
I do know we got lenders on that. I don't know if it was-
Yeah, but these have been there a long time.
Yeah.
They were there. a while.
Yeah, so what, he's looking to take them down?
I guess one of them was in the sewer or something.
Yeah, I got no problem with giving it sycamore trees.
Yeah.
I guess they is, you know.
Yeah, I mean, but they're nice ones.
Really?
Take a look, you'll see
Okay.
what I'm talking about. But Waydale is a private way, correct?
Yes, but there are town trees on the way there.
Right.
There are town trees on.
Yeah, okay, that's good to know. I'll get back.
Butler, you know, the plumber Butler?
Yeah.
That tree in his yard is
Oh,
a
yeah,
town
we
tree.
planted that, yeah.
And then, Tex,
Yep, Tex.
that tree in his street,
Straddick, yeah, I know.
he's, the house, they sold that house, the house next door.
Yep.
Is a town tree. Matter of fact, it was Tex yard.
Yeah, right.
That was
Right.
another Linden on
Yeah,
that property.
yeah.
I've cloned both of them.
There was a Sephora on there that was Karen's mother's.
Okay.
I think that died.
Okay.
That was
All right, but I'll stop and look at that glow active issue.
Yeah, take a look.
Hey, we marked those, didn't we?
No,
I didn't think
we didn't mark them. I think we marked it as the first medallion.
we-
But yeah, we,
yes.
you know, it's raining, it's not raining, we
I
can
don't
go
think
on
we did the new
tomorrow.
ones.
Yeah, anyway, take a look.
Yeah.
Um,
The two Lindens I know for fact about.
Yeah.
You know?
All right,
Those are.
I think that's all I got. Anything else?
3:30, I got
Uh,
Yeah.
I would like for them to go.
Guys, I have to run on this one here.
Yeah, I
I think we're pretty much done anyway.
If anybody have any questions, you can reach out.
Thank you.
And Ben, I have some information. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
That'd be great. All
Sorry to leave on you guys, but I gotta run.
Okay, see you, Dale. Thanks a lot.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, you'll definitely hear from me tomorrow.
Thanks, Scotty.
Or Scotty will call you.
All right, yeah, all right.
So I'm the backup.
Yeah. Beat me up, Scotty.
Hey, Scotty, thanks.
Okay, anything else?
Say something?
Nope.
Well, I talk to you later.
Okay, so I guess we have a motion for
Motion to adjourn.
adjourn. Second,
Second,
all in favor, aye,
Aye. All right.
next time, and,
Yeah.
I'll-
Thanks, everybody.
guys.
about the letter on one, thanks. All
Yeah,
right,
I'll be in touch.
all right.
Okay,
See y'all.
see ya.